So now time for race 2 in the Aprilia Superteens. Still lovely weather here. Charlie Atkins here, number 56. He actually managed to get second on the grid with just one lap of qualifying yesterday. Very impressive. He'll want to be back on the podium later on. Connor Thompson, of course, we saw him on the podium a little earlier. Where are we looking? I'm trying to find number 30, Max Cook, and you have to look back as far as row 3. Number 30 there, unstoppable in race 1. Looking to do the same here in race 2.
Yes, I suppose that is the big question that we have to ask ourselves. There's a gap on pole position. Jack Scott, of course, who went down just on the exit of the chicane in race 1. Not made it onto the grid here for race 2, so we send our best wishes to Jack. Hopefully he'll be back ready for our next round at Rockingham. We're on board with Max Cook again from the 3rd row. Look at that start, absolutely supreme stuff, and goes underneath Connor Thompson into turn 1. That's an even better start than we saw from him earlier on. In truth, I don't think anyone will get close to him. He was 2.5 seconds a lap quicker than the rest of the field. Of course, he's not got Jack Scott to get past here this time, and so you're actually watching Max Cook leading this Aprilia Superteen race from turn 1. The 3rd row to 1st in turn 1. Absolutely remarkable there, as we see number 96. It's Rhys Irwin having a good weekend so far. Rhys improving all the time. Nice to see as he just gets overtaken there though around Island Bend, and now there's a rider just pulling off. That was number 46, Harry Phillips from Leicester, who's out of the proceedings. Now, in terms of the championship, I mentioned at the start of the show that it was Max Cook with a 9-point lead over number 56, Charlie Atkins. Well, after race 1, of course, that has been extended. Charlie Atkins needs to get himself a better result than he did earlier, and it looks like that's going to happen because the little newcomer, I say little because he is pint-sized, is up into 2nd place. You see there Lawrence Edgerly as well, number 97, going well, picked up that newcomer podium earlier on. One of the oldest newcomers that we've ever seen in Aprilia Superteens. It's a championship for 12 to 18-year-olds, and he is a newcomer at 18. Rumour has it he'll be out on a 454 next year though, and not a bad weekend so far for him at Oulton Park. Superteens head down towards Lodge Corner then, and it is Max Cook that leads from Charlie Atkins. Then in 3rd, number 9, Connor Thompson. Number 97 in 4th is Lawrence Edgerly, just been speaking about him. He'll be losing out on quite a bit of power because he's one of the taller riders out there as well compared to his rivals. There's Freddie Crane, who's come through from the back of the grids, turning into a very successful weekend for Freddie Crane, although I'm sure he'd love to be at the sharp end winning races. There's then number 39, Connor Sellers from Nantwich on the Motrack Racing Aprilia. Nantwich very much down the road here, so it will be Connor's home round, that's for sure. There is number 99, Chris Moffat, up ahead of Rhys Irwin, and number 26, Alex Wood. They're all scrapping away just inside the top 10. Cade Verwey, another Aprilia out there, is just behind those guys. Number 77, ahead of Brian Moffat. Two young brothers that race together. There are Thundersport 500s out there as well, we should just point out, because I'm sure you'll see 1 or 2 of them in a moment. They had a separate start, so they were started, let's say, around 30 seconds or so after the Superteens got away. Adam Horton, once more, a rider that is leading that group, ahead of Lee Sylvan and Oliver Dean again. Matthew Ratcliffe, Dave Bezic and Mark Leaning all in the mix as well. As you see here, number 39, Connor Sellers going through, and then this battle between number 99, Chris Moffat, and number 96, Rhys Irwin, whose brother, Keelan, races in the Aprilia 450s, and running out of the same awning, if you like, as well. For T. Scott is James Folkard, who will be looking to improve on that result in the Super Twins after going down here in race 1. That race will be coming up after the break when we're finished with this, but it doesn't really look like there's any doubt who's going to win this, does it? Max Cook is on for 100 points out of a possible 100. His lead opening up all the time, a 201.7. We're still a little way off the lap record here, which has been standing here at Oulton Park since 2010, believe it or not. Chrissy Rouse still got the lap record. Currently Chrissy racing in British Championship, of course, the Triumph Triple Champion. Along the way, was doing a bit of Superstock 600 European Championship level last year. Currently actually racing in British Championship with a lot of the other Aprilia Super Team winners of the last 5 or 6 years. Wayne Ryan, Fraser Rogers, they're all out there fighting away. So nice to see. Lewis Rollo, of course, a champion who's been racing in Superstock 600s. Actually get well soon to Lewis Rollo, who's had a bit of a nasty injury elsewhere racing, and we send him all the best. Zach Corduroy's already in the 450s, as you well know, and you saw him a little earlier on. And then, of course, last year's champion, Rory Skinner, currently in the Red Bull Rookie Championship. Max Cook, though, he's looking to put his name on the coveted trophy, the Aprilia crown, at the end of this season. It won't be as easy as this at every round. We've seen dominant performances, plenty of them, in our time in the Aprilia Superteens. Not so much this year. Charlie Atkins has certainly been giving Max Cook something to think about at most of the other circuits we've visited. It just doesn't seem to be happening here. I mentioned earlier on, we're off to Rockingham next. And Rockingham is one of those Marmite circuits. You either love it or you hate it. And you just have to question which one of them will love it and which one will hate it. Will they both love it? Will we be in for some great racing action? It certainly throws up something a little different just after the halfway point of the ThundersportGB Championships. And another 100 points on offer there. The last lap flag goes out. Max Cook seems to be in control. Charlie Atkins will keep the damage done to him limited. He's in a lonely second. Connor Thompson then is in third. And I suppose the battle that you're looking at there is this battle for third. Freddie Crane also involved in that. There's Connor Thompson, number 9. Freddie Crane, 81, chops his nose off. And 97, of course, Lawrence Edgley as well. Lawrence Edgley and Connor Thompson currently both newcomers, whereas Freddie Crane was racing in this series last year. Freddie has done a lot of work from the back of the grid, though, as we look further up here at the race leader, number 30, Max Cook. It looks like he's just going around for a cruise. He's got such a relaxed racing style compared to some of his other competitors. He's won various other championships at Minimoto level and Metrokit as well, so he's been racing for quite some time, but this is his debut season at proper road racing, I suppose you could call it. Here is the battle for third place. Connor Thompson at the moment seems to have that one in the bag ahead of Freddie Crane and Lawrence Edgley. There's Cook, though, and look at that. He's coming into Lodge Corner. You can see all the way up to Druids and still can't see Charlie Atkins in second place. The checker flag goes out, though. What a dominant performance this has been from Max Cook. Absolutely incredible for him. 100 out of 100. Who will get third? I can tell you that Atkins has gone across the line to take second. It'll be Connor Thompson, I think, number 9, that will take third place and the final place on the podium. Yes, ahead of Freddie Crane and Lawrence Edgley. Adam Horton, by the way, went across the line in 6th overall in Vision, but wins the Thundersport Cup. It's Connor Sellers that takes 6th in the Aprilia Superteens. There's the top 3 then in the newcomers: Max Cook, Charlie Atkins and Connor Thompson. The same goes for the overall results, and it's Adam Horton that wins the Cup, the 500 Cup, ahead of Lee Sylvan and Oliver Dean. In the championship standings, Max Cook leads. The gap is at 51 points as we head into Rockingham with 100 available there. Atkins still in second, then Crane, Thompson, TJ Thompson, Jack Scott. The Nitro newcomers, Max Cook on top of that one as well, ahead of Atkins, Thompson, Scott, Phillips and Reese Irwin.
Third place in the Aprilia Superteens Race 2. Podiums twice on the trot here today, Oulton Park. Good weekend all round, Connor.
Yeah, I was on my own really for half of the race, but then Freddie and Lawrence had a good battle with them, and then glad I came out on top.
And now we move on to Charlie Atkins. Charlie, here you are on the podium. You weren't quite able to catch up with Max here this weekend, but 40 points there for second place.
Yeah, Max did really well this weekend. He was flying, but the first race didn't go very well. Our power valve was acting up, but that race it went alright, to be fair. So it was a good race.
Anyone to thank at all?
Metcalf Autos in Sherman, Momi Composites, Tim Harmon Carpets, Motor Oils, everyone who's helped me in my GoFundMe page, especially Kate Corkill and Rosemary Poulton, Speedy Fasteners, Scorpion Helmets, my mum and my dad for all they've done, and my big thanks to my Uncle Lee, and Dunlop Aprilia in Thundersport.
Max Cook, well, a day can't really get any more perfect than that. There are no points for qualifying, which is good in this particular scenario, but you're out there today, double points, 100 out of a possible 100. You've extended your championship lead. Sum it up.
It's been absolutely amazing, like this weekend. Like, I've always wanted to have a perfect round, and I've done it like halfway through the season, so it's been awesome.
It certainly has, Max, and we'll look forward to seeing you out at Rockingham. Still more racing to come here at Oulton. Join us again in a few moments.
So it's time for race 2 for the Super Twins and Stock Twins. Johnny Towers there, third on the grid.